Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy, and it's nearing the end of November, which means it's time to round up the best new Android games from the last month. If you want to try out any of these games for yourself, you can find those links in the video description below. Asphalt Extreme is the latest game in the Asphalt franchise. Unlike the prior game where you drive cars over tracks, Extreme has you driving off-road vehicles over various off-road courses. You'll have about 3 dozen vehicles to unlock and play with, and it also includes a rather lengthy campaign mode that includes various challenges to help keep things fresh. There is also an online multiplayer mode if you want to play that. It's a good-looking game with decent mechanics. The only caveat is that it's rather aggressive with its freemium content. Astral Frontier is the latest game out of Kemco, a developer known for its mobile RPG titles. It plays like a classic JRPG from the 1990s. You'll be exploring various places, fighting bad guys, and trying to save the world. It also includes an elemental stone mechanic to help liven things up a bit. Players will notice that it is a little dry and there is tons of dialogue. Otherwise, it's a fun experience for those who like a retro feel to their RPG experience. It's $4.99, but there are no in-app purchases. Batman: The Telltale series is an episodic adventure game about Batman from Telltale Games. This adventure follows Batman through a new storyline that promises to be as gritty and violent as the Batman series can get. You'll also meet a number of characters from the Batman universe. This one is having more issues than usual for a newly released game, which is a bit of a bummer. However, Telltale is known for their high-quality gameplay, so we imagine that these issues will be worked out eventually. For now, keep this one on your radar. Eisenhorn Xenos is an adventure game that takes place in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. It's also based on a book by the same name. You'll play as Gregor Eisenhorn, an inquisitor that has some stuff that needs to be done. You'll be fighting bad guys and exploring the world under this premise. It has pretty decent graphics and gameplay, along with some special powers to help you along the way. It's also fully voice acted if that matters to you. It's $5.99 with no in-app purchases. Gear Club is a new racing game that tries to focus more on realism. It boasts a mechanics engine that adheres to realistic expectations of what a car can do. It also has some pretty decent graphics. On top of its looks, you'll be racing through various courses, upgrading and unlocking new vehicles, and there is an online multiplayer mode that you can engage with. Like the Batman game mentioned earlier, this one has a few more issues than what would be considered normal for a new game. It's a free download if you want to try it out. Jade Empire is actually an old Xbox game from BioWare that has been officially ported to Android. This new special edition contains the entire game that we all know and loved from many years ago, along with additional content specific to this mobile version. The mechanics have also been adapted for mobile, and it turned out pretty well. This is a rather large and epic game that boasts about 40 hours of gameplay. It costs $9.99, but there are no in-app purchases. Microsoft released their eponymous Solitaire game to Google Play. The Microsoft Solitaire collection comes with a total of 5 variants of Solitaire, including Klondike, which is the traditional version, Spider, Free Cell, Tri-Peaks, and Pyramid. The game is entirely free to play, and you can replay them as often as you want. You'll have to deal with some advertisements, but otherwise the game is free. You can pop down some money for Platinum status, which actually doesn't add all that much, but it will remove those advertisements. Neko Collector is a port of the Easter egg game in Android Nougat. It allows most devices to play the game for a little bit of fun. Truth be told, there isn't a lot to this game. You'll lay out some food, a cat will show up, and you'll add it to your collection. The goal is to try to collect every cat. It's a simple game that doesn't take much battery, and it seems to work rather well. It's also completely free, which is a plus. Pinout is an arcade pinball game from the same developers that brought us Smash Hit. This is an endless runner game with pinball mechanics, and you'll try to shoot the ball through an infinite level to see how far you can get. It features bright neon colors, smooth gameplay, and it culminates in an excellent experience that should leave you feeling elated. It's a time waster through and through, but it's free to play with no advertising. You can also throw down for the full version if you want to, which includes a couple of extra features. The Trail is a freemium game created by Peter Molyneux. For those who don't know, he's done a lot of work in the god game genre, including the mobile game Godus. The Trail will have you traveling down a trail, meeting travelers, trading for stuff, and eventually settling down to create your own town. You'll also craft stuff, explore various places, and a whole lot more. It has a unique graphical style, and it's an overall enjoyable experience. Its only caveat is that it is a freemium game with the usual pitfalls. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we have the latest episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show linked up there on the screen and in the video description below, and don't forget that you can check that out every single Sunday to see the latest app news. Also, don't forget to check out all of these games which are linked in the video description below, and keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.